What's up, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft Survival. I don't think I've said Let's Play in a long time, but that's what this is. And I think these aren't growing because there's a block right above them, blocking out the light, blocking out the sun, and they need, light to grow. And also, you might have noticed that I pulled up most of the redstone, and there's only 3 here now because when the water comes out, like this, it'll go one on each side, so you really only need 3 for one of this setup, one of this size. And today we're going to work on this for a little bit, and then I'm going to go work on something in Danger City, so that's going to be interesting. Alright, we want to make this as easy as possible, and I think I might have it. What I want this to do is to be, I hit a button, it fires out all 3 hits of the bone meal, then it spits out the water, and then after a little bit of time it'll suck the water back up. And I'm gonna use kind of my fireworks display thing to do that, kind of. You'll see what I mean by kind of. Let's see, how am I doing this? Does it need to be one more? Yes, it needs to be one more. Alright. So, in essence, right here, I think this is about what I need it to be, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna leave all this in today. Today is gonna be a true Let's Play, where you guys get to witness thought process and everything. I don't think it needs to be this long. Probably not. I think it only needs to be about right here. Send one out that way, send... Oh no, yeah, it does need to be this long. Pick this back up. Alright, so we need to do that thing where it sends a quick pulse. Got my red wool here to signify that a quick pulse is going to be sent through. Where's my button? And some redstone. Alright, just to make sure this works. Perfect. Now, we have to send 3 different length redstone signals out of this block, and I've got it timed perfectly, pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, perfect. That's perfect because that's as far as it's going to be able to go. That's why you have to do it really close to here, and it's not going to work if you repeat the signal over here because it'll be keeping a pulse too long. So you have to kind of play with it for a little bit. I played with it for a long bit trying to get it to work because, makes things easier. Oh no, did I? Because there needs to be... Maybe there doesn't. Let's find out. This should send 3 pulses. Let's see, put one here. Put these all the way back. And we'll connect all the redstone here. And just so we're not sending out the bone meal yet, I just want to see if this will work. See if it'll send 3 different pulses. Let's try that again. Darn it. I don't think it's getting enough time on this one. I guess we'll find out. Let's just hook it up and hope for the best. Oh, that's why it's not, because of this. Give me this back. So it should be sending out 1, 2, 3. One more time. Okay, that's perfect. That's about what it needs to be. Let's see if this will actually work. Perfect. Did something just end? Is one of these empty? Or is that just the way it sounded? Because that sounded a little bit weird. No, I guess these are all work. Okay, so that's going to be our 3 pulse thing. It'll do 3 pulses every time perfectly. You can play with the timing a bit if you think it's too fast on one or whatever, but this is about perfect. I'm going to go over here and sleep real quick, and then we'll get over to the water part of it. That torch looks weird. Okay, so we're going to run a pulse off of this right here. So it'll be hit, pulse, 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 and then it'll go around into a clock, which I'll show you what that is in just a second. I believe it needs to go here. 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And ironically, this is about the perfect timing. And I say perfect timing because, you know, it's 3 3. It's 3 by 3 by, or it's 3 by 3, basically. All right, so we need it to send a pulse out of here, but we want to delay the pulse so that all these can fire before. Use my terrible Bane of Arthropod sword. Okay, this sword's good for fighting spiders because it has knockback and Bane of Arthropods, but it is not good for fighting anything else. Knockback is generally only good for spiders and creepers sometimes. If your sword's not strong enough, you want to get the creepers off of you. So, it's going to go pulse, pulse, pulse into this pulse, and it's going to delay it. And then we're going to need it to go into 2 different timed pulses. So, we got to send one here to turn the water on. I've done the timing for this, and this is about the maximum whatever you want to call it. What the fuck am I trying to say? Efficiency. The maximum efficiency right here. It'll be click, 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 hit, and that's this pulse right here, which will connect to this redstone, which we're gonna go all the way around. So click, 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 hit. And let's go ahead and put all this down. If you're wondering how I'm placing things on a dispenser, welcome to the videos. Welcome to version 1.5.1. If you shift and hold and right click onto something that generally would open up a menu screen, you can place down redstone on it or anything else. That's why occasionally you'll see that I have a torch placed on top of a crafting table. Alright, and there. And that should power all of them. So that'll send one pulse that way to turn them on. And you know what? Since we have it... Well, no, let's go ahead and do the other pulse. This other pulse is funny to me because it's basically the minimum and maximum you can have. Well, minimum you can have. And I've tried it many times. It's only left behind wheat once or twice, so it's fairly efficient that way. If you want, and since I'm going to be planting things, I'm going to be picking up the wheat anyway. Have I said anyway enough? But you can make it longer just by adding more repeaters. Like you could send it out this way and add another repeater there, and it'll make the pulse even longer. But now we have a really big delay, so when it hits this one, it's going to go through these two, turn them on, and then slowly but surely it's going to make its way around here, hit the same pulse, and turn them off. Now we've already got the things planted, so these bone meal things aren't going to fire, but these will, and let's see how well that works. So hit. Did any get left behind? Let's find out. No, none got left behind. So let's try it out completely now. Let's get some seeds up in this joint. 64 is enough. Let's plant them all. Blah 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 blah. I don't know why I keep clicking it. I could just hold down click. And the reason we have to have it this close, also, I mean, you could send this part right here has to be this close to the dispenser, since redstone only has 15 and you can't add a repeater to it. I kept wondering why this one wasn't firing, because and I guess this one too, and it's because it was hitting 15 on this one, so these weren't getting powered. It was unfortunate, but yeah. So let's try it for real now. We got all that in there. We'll hit the button. It'll grow the wheat, and then water will come take it out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anything get left behind? No. So it's a fairly good tick. I mean, like I said, once or twice, but out of like 100 fires. I tried this in creative just to see if it would fail anytime. And it was like one piece of wheat per like 100 fires. Starving to death. Carrots. And here's where I left the other water. I love, I need to leave just like droppers, dispensers, and random chests all over my world, because I just keep I just keep running out of things to put stuff in. And I like to be organized, so I'm eventually going to make a sorting, no, not sorting, a storage room. There we go. All right, and now we're going to move on to the second project in this episode, which is going to be a little more creative than useful. But like I said, I need to rebuild. Apparently, the light level's not high enough in here. Let's put down a torch. Oh, I don't have any torches on me. Lovely. All right, but I need to rebuild Danger City, and I think, adding some things to it would make it nice. So we're gonna head over there. I might cut this part out. In fact, yeah, I'll meet you guys at Danger City. Ah, the city. Welcome back to Danger City. It's been so long since I've been here that I forgot that this chest was here, and I was like, what the hell's in here? Raw chicken, some spider eyes, and a bunch of sand and sandstone. I put in the floor here, so this is how this was supposed to look, and I know it's very tiny, especially for the way it looks outside, but hey, they're villagers. They don't need much to live off of. 2 people could live in here. Bed. They could share a bed. 2 beds here or something. Kitchen. I've seen apartments that are smaller. So yeah, let's head over. I don't want to crush my crops. Let's head over this way because I want to beautify the town today. And to do that, we need to find a good open area to work with. And I think the center of the city would be like right around here. But I think I'm going to go over here to work just because there's more space. So once we start getting this place going, and man, I have plans for this place, like buildings, tons of buildings, tons of villagers, like some buildings connected to each other, just tons of plans. Oh, and there's the leftover remains of me tearing out the redstone I needed from the fireworks display, because redstone's kind of expensive. You don't run over it all the time. Oh, look at all these holes in me desert. They're everywhere. Alright, so today we're going to make a fountain. I'm going to make this fountain, and eventually this fountain will be bigger, and it'll be, like an actual fountain. Today it's just going to be like the idea of a fountain. And I want it to be controlled by day and night. Like, Danger City is going to be kind of a dangerous place at night. We wouldn't want, kids to go over to the fountain and drown by accident. So at night we want the fountain to be turned off, and during the day we want it to be turned on. So I didn't pick it up. Darn it, I looked at it when I was going to go get my bucket, because I had to go all the way across the way to get my bucket because I needed water. Well, I needed a bucket with water, which is exactly why I went over that. I took the long way, and the long way back. Now I gotta go in here to get our daylight sensor, and I know exactly where it's at too. What's up, dogs? They got their colors back to the ones they're supposed to be. Nanook's all the way back over in the Extreme Hills biome again. There it is. Haha. Oh, I am out of space. We'll put a hopper up there. We don't need a hopper for this. But what we do need to do is to make something we haven't made yet. A little sort of advanced redstone. Darn it, throwing carrots everywhere. Wow, the best time to eat is on a ladder because it does not slow you down. That's good to know, good for PvP. Eat while on a ladder because you'll keep moving the same speed if you have to eat. Alright, so let's go back over here. Okay, so what we need to make is an RS NOR latch, which is a very simple redstone circuit. You put that there, and then... Oh good, I have enough torches. Then you put a torch here, redstone, and a torch here. And what this is an RS NOR latch, and it allows for states. Like you can create different states using this. For example, where's a button? Oh good, I have 2 buttons, perfect. If I press this button, this side will turn on. And since this is now powered, or it unpowers this, which, causes this torch to come back on because this block's not being powered to turn it off, and then it goes around. So it's basically like, oh, hey, it permanently changes because both redstone things can't be powered at once, but they can be powered they can be unpowered at the same time. So basically, when you hit each button, it'll turn and change the state, which is exactly what we need for this daylight sensor, or for this day-night fountain of ours. But we want to be controlled by a daylight sensor. And I've done some tests, and I think the best time for this to be turned off is when these two are unpowered. That's about sunset, I believe, is when this will be unpowered, and then this is the furthest it'll go, or this, I guess, is the furthest it'll go. Is that right? I think so, yeah. So this is powered now, but when it gets unpowered, this light will come on. Oh no, it won't, because it's being powered this way. Okay, so that shoots me into the next thing. We need it to where it'll switch by itself to when it turns to day. And to do that, we need to add another part to the RS NOR latch. Darn it, I don't have enough redstone torches. I need to make one more, which will run into this. Bam, powering that. So when it's daytime, that's interesting. Why isn't that working? One of these is supposed to be on. Oh, I think it's because... One second, guys. Sorry, I don't know what I was talking about, because this is the way it's supposed to be, because this now becomes just part of the circuit, and this is more so the RS NOR latch, kind of. It's like during the day, this will be powered, and at night, it'll unpower this block. And, oh, I don't have it hooked up. What am I doing? There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so I was wrong. I looked at it and I was like, no, this is right, but I forgot to hook it up because I'm stupid. I was just looking over here at this part, wondering why it wasn't working. Okay, so during the day, this block will be powered. And at night, give me a sec, when this goes down, it'll unpower this. It'll unpower this block, which will turn this on, and it'll turn this off. And I wish I could wait for it to turn to night, so I think how far is it? Okay, so we're not too far away. I'm going to... Actually, you know what? Let's just set up the next part of it. We need the wires to run to another quick pulse thing, so luckily I have most of the means necessary for that. We'll just put it right here. That actually might be too close. Let's move it over a little bit. We'll put it right here. And yeah. Cha-cha. And it needs to run to a torch like that. Still have some comparators on me. That's pretty nice. And perfect. So eventually we'll run a circuit to this so it'll power. How close are we? Okay, so we're a little bit far. And then we're gonna run it to, I guess I could use a red block here, but it's not really necessary. Hell, I'll use this. This is gonna be a little difficult to do. Oh, I need a redstone torch. Can I make it inside before? No, I might as well just stay here. No, I think I can make it. I think I can make it. Oh, we need a stick. We need some wood. Just a stick. A stick will do. Sorry, there's a gnat on my screen. Stupid gnats. Oh, come on. I think there was sticks in that chest. Yes, there was. Quick, let's run back. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We have plenty of time. That's taken forever, and it is legitimately sunset when it switches states. Let's see. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait here for a little bit. No, wait, I forgot we were doing this. Ah, I'm scatterbrained. What am I doing? We need one more redstone torch. Bam. And we'll put it here. And we need a block on top of that. Oh, that's going to be hard to pull. Oh, it doesn't even need to be that block. It needs to be a dispenser. Because I'm a genius. Good thing I have a dispenser. And it needs to be placed from above, so I'm going to have to pillar up here. Keeping an eye open for that. So dispenser needs to be placed up this way, which is great. Come on. And in the meantime, we actually need to cover this up a little bit so the water's not going to be going all over the place. You'll see why I'm doing this here in just a sec. Okay, so we're about ready to change. I'm going to place these last two cobblestone things that I need, and then we'll head over there and watch the circuit. Watching circuitry. Oh, did it already change? Ah, darn it, it already changed. I missed it, I think. Yeah, I missed it. Darn. Did I? Am I sure? No, I didn't. Can't have missed it. I think I did miss it, though. Alright, well, you can see how it changes. Blah, 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 blah. When it turns to day... Okay, we'll look at this. We'll look at the state now. So it's on this side over here. It's on the little right side. Let's go sleep real quick, and it'll be on the left side when we wake back up. And that'll be our two states. Then all we need to do is hook it up to our quote-unquote fountain. And, oh, I forgot, slow sand. Oh, so I need to make a house here. And I guess this could be in my basement. I love that skeleton in there. Wish giants would have been a thing, but that would have been ridiculous. Giants are cool. Giants are just giant zombies. They were... I don't even know if they were ever even in the game. I think they were unused the whole time. Oh, he died due to sunlight, and he caught us on fire. What a jerk. I forgot they do that on hard. Oh, man, look at this. There are creepers all over. I did not light this place up. There are 4 creepers. No, crap, and a spider. I'm hoping the spider gets here first. The spider's, oh, I forgot, it's daytime, so he's going to be kind of uninterested in us until we decide to strike him with our sword. And since this isn't a sharpness sword, it takes 3 hits from it to take down creepers. So hit, and death to the spider. Alright, so we're not surprised by any creepers. Let's take these other 2 out. Just batting them across the way. Crap! Was he behind us? Oh no, I guess that was the sound of that one. It sounded like it was behind me. Do I have my headphones on wrong? No, they're on right. Let's take this last guy out. Apparently there was a skeleton right there, because we just got some awesome arrows. Ow! Just pulled my headphones. Okay, so back over here, we see that it is now on the left side. Get my left and right mixed up. So that's exactly what we need it to be. Now we can move on to the next part, is this right here. And I kind of want to make some... Oh, I don't have a crafting table over here. So let's make a crafting table. We don't have any wood. I am just all out of sorts today. I know, is it the blacksmith? Do we still have one in here? No, we took that out. Does the blacksmith have one? I think the blacksmith has one. Nope. Darn. That's furnaces. Maybe it doesn't. Is that even the blacksmith? I don't even think it is. So we just need to go somewhere that has a crafting table. Luckily there's one right in the bottom of the danger hole, but of course that's so far away. Run in here. Make it real quick. Come on, we're running out of time. Not to worry anybody. Stone slabs. Stone slabs look great for fountains and like decorative stuff like that. So we're going to be using stone slabs for the fountain mostly. How far is the sun? Okay, so we got a while before it turns again, because I want to show this thing in action without having to manually do it. Though I probably will have to. You usually do have to set it manually. And you'll see what I mean by that here in just a second. Alright, so the water does not escape. We're going to put half slabs around it. Bam, 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 bam. And I need to put the water in there, so I need to jump up and do that. I don't know why I moved it. I just need to... There we go. And we can take out this cobblestone. So now, the idea behind this is that in the daytime, it's going to send a pulse out here, and in the nighttime, it's going to send a pulse out. But the reason we need this one is because if it does it from this one to this one, it doesn't have enough time to send a different pulse. So that's why this guy's here. When this gets powered and turns this one off, starting this side to be the side that's on, this switch has a very small delay between, or this torch has a very small delay between when it turns on and when this one turns on. Just enough to send a short pulse to send into our short pulser over there. And we need to run a redstone wire over this redstone wire. Oh, sorry, my nose itches. Arg! Keep hitting wrong things. One of these days, I'll get used to the buttons. And I think there. And this should keep it from being powered. Which is lovely. Send it here. Send this one up this way. Oh, I'm one over from where it needs to be. Because this is where you put the repeater, so the wires can't go back on each other, destroying our RS NOR latch. But that's fine, we can just run the wire this way. Huh? Oh, okay, I see what I did. I have to manually set it, so... Bam. As you can see, it's on now. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, because that's not powering that. That needs to be over one more. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. 1 second, guys. Okay, that should just about do it. I forgot that it needs to have a redstone signal go from here to turn this one off. And you know, technically, I could put the fountain just above this, but we want to be able to keep this kind of out of the way and then have this showing, so yeah, we kind of want it to be, you know, good looking. And we need to set it manually for it to be in the daytime, so knock that off and then put it back on. Oh, I forgot to put the redstone here. I'm a genius. Wait, what? Why isn't this working now? Oh, pulse needs to be longer. I'm a genius. And there we go. Okay, so this pulse needs to be at 1 tick, so it works there. So now the water is not flowing. And now the water... I don't have the water in there. I am so unprepared. Plop that there. And one last time. It's fully working now. All we need to do is set it to where it's on in the day and off at night. So bam. On. Now it's on, and I'm gonna wait for it to be nighttime, and I will show you guys the off and I will show it. I will let you see it change states to be on and off, and then I'll sleep, and yeah. So I'm just gonna wait here until it does it. Okay, something's messed up here. Where did I mess up? Oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah. Oh, my test world, I have this off by 1. Okay, I see. So, between when it turns to night, you saw it, this one will turn on and turn that on, and then once it goes a little bit further, this one will turn on, since it can, because this one allows it to. It will power this redstone to go into there. I'm not good at explaining redstone yet, sorry guys. So if the last few episodes have been confusing, they have been a little bit redstone intensive. This is the first time I've gotten into doing redstone on, you know, camera, so I don't have a lot of experience explaining it, but that's what it does. is that once it gets to a certain time of the night, this one will turn off. Oh, it'll turn this block off, turning the redstone on, which will kill that side of it. And then a little bit later, so 2 states later in the light change, it'll turn this one on, sending a pulse out through here, turning it off. So that's off now. So let's go sleep real quick. I wish I had my bed out here so I could show you guys that it changes. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rip up that bed and bring it out here. Oh, I'm starving again. Just need a few to run over to the danger hole, pick up my bed, bring it back here, sleep, and you'll actually be able to hear it change. And if we're lucky enough, we'll be able to see it change, but I doubt that's going to be the case. Because once you sleep, it changes to daytime pretty quickly. And also, if I die on my way back out there, I'm going to be back at the shrine we made, which is fine. That's not too far away. You're kidding me. Look at that. Look at that. We were gone 2 seconds. I don't have hardly any armor on. And these guys are hell to deal with now. Alright. Screw this. Let's take this guy down. Fuck! Well, why didn't it start me inside? That's bad. Fuck. Real quick, check it out. Spider jockey. Alright, so lesson learned. I need to light this area up. I've been battling my way. I'm wearing my old Protection 1 iron armor because I don't have anything set up at the shrine because that's a work in progress thing. I need to set that up. Alright, so let's see it go off now. There's going to be a little bit of delay here too. Let's just build up with sand. And there it is. Daytime. So right when the sun comes up, it'll turn back on. And that's how it goes there. So there you go. A fully automatic day to night sensor that sends a pulse to something, which in this case is a fountain. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.